The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised. In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody. Me, the macho. Now that you're listening to Mike Trash Talking Read. .com, the best in the business. Say it, the macho.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at trashtalkingradio.com. Very cute. From 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the youth gammon giant come on. And that's my food.
You can hear words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done. It's like using a screwdriver. Trash, roast, beef. This is Motivation, the other half of the rock and wrestling connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. The Trash 7 to 10. Tuesday night, you've got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the animal. One half of the world brother, take in the road warrior, we can go. If you know it's good for you, listen to Trash Talking Radio, or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. What do you got to say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
This is the Vital Idol, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10 on trashtalkingradio.com. And remember this, the Vital Idol tells you it's got to be true. And when it's on the internet, it's got to be real. It's Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. I am the top of pop, the king of swing, the international rock star way above par, the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, the Vital Idol, Classy Mike Trash, and thank you very much.
It is Trash Talking Radio. It is Tuesday night. It is the best night of the week. And time to do something. Time to play rock and roll. No, time. Wait, we're not a rock station, are we? Oh, bummer. Okay, it's time to do news and stuff. All that kind of fun stuff. And fun. It's funny because Twitch actually fired up today, but when I went to look for it, it's not there. So I think they're lying to me. Telling me that Twitch is going. I don't see Twitch going. It's not going at all. Hi, Doug.
Hello, Mike. I'm looking away from you again.
Yeah. Bastard.
I did.
Anyway, boy, I had a really crazy, since I saw you last week, since I saw you on here last week, I've been really crazy busy. It's just insane. And I'm going to have another one this week because we got 2 shows this week. And then, looks like I'm going to Vegas. All roads lead to Vegas by the looks of things, according to the mantra that we're using at the school. So we had some really good shows this weekend, and I did not commentate this weekend, which was a surprise to me, but then I found my way, and I found myself back in the back in the early 2000s. I've kind of started doing what I was born to do, I guess. We're going to find out what that is just a little later, just a little bit later. And, boy, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff going on in the news. And, yeah, it's going to be a good show, I think. We also have 3 RIPs. Not 1, not 2, but 3. 3 for the price of 1. So.
Well, we don't have time for birthdays then.
Oh, we got time for birthdays. We got plenty of... We can't not celebrate their birthdays. I mean, they're going to be upset if they don't get their birthday celebrated.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I know that's your favorite part of the show, and I wouldn't want to disappoint
Part of the show.
and our disaster bingo card is filled out and ready to go. So you have card 3, right? Is that what you wanted?
Correct.
And Christine has card 2, and I have card 1 by default. So I did not pick my card. My card was picked for me, so I can't be accused of cheating. They all have the same things, and they're just in different spots. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top, if anyone comes out on top. So I think it'll be fun. I like to try different things with this show. So we'll see how it works out, and I mean, it's really, some of the disasters were really funny because I mean, we got world leader dies. We got a 30-foot tsunami. We did have a school shooting, so that one's already, I guess that one's ready to go.
That one's ready to go.
Yes, I might as well mark that.
Anything about a celebrity getting a $59 million judgment against him?
No, not that actually, we could lower that price because we could give it to, because of Cosby. We could actually do that. I mean, those aren't set in stone. They were just ideas. Okay, so let me see if we can... You know what? I got the disaster. Wait, we'll just bring them up. I think I have it right here. Come on. You can come up. There we go. All right, so let's see. Celebrity goes to jail. That could be happening soon. Anytime. Scandal top actor. Well, you know what? We could do that with Cosby. Cosby's he was a top actor. So let's fill that out. We might as well do that while we're thinking about it. Let's use that color, and let's see. Now, which one was I saying before a while ago? Oh shoot! What was the one I was? Oh, school shooting. Yeah, we had a school shooting. That sucks. Why don't I see it on here though? Should be a school shooting. Did I put something in here twice that made it so I didn't do the school shooting on that one? This one has a school shooting. So we know that I did it on 2 of those. Okay. So this one is a school shooting. Okay. Come on. All right, then we fill that one. Got to do the school shooting in this one too. I hated that being the first one that came up too. What was the other one I said? Oh, the
top actor. It was a scandal.
Scandal. Yeah, that was an easy one. That one was a giveaway. So, let's see here. All right, now I need to find a school shooting on yours because I don't see it. Why don't I see it? Which one did I do one twice here?
School shootings are above scandal.
Jeez. Oh, hey, you got two in a row, kind of. So hopefully no disgraced pastor, and hopefully no gas. Oh, gas is gas up to 6?
No, it's up to 4.
Okay, we're getting we're getting close there. There we go.
Could be 6 in California. Does that count?
Wait, you know what? We got to come up with some average. I think is
Some rules.
Is what
I think the average.
Average would be
because I think it's close to 6 in California.
Yeah. So I know that it's always been 6 every time. Every time I went to California, I had to pay. Well, I didn't pay the 6. It was like $6.50 or $6 or something like that when I was out there last couple times I was out there. But the thing is, I always got electric cars, so it didn't affect me. So, all right. So that tells me that. So we're up to date on that. All right. Next we got. Let's see. Then we go down here. And okay. What do we do first? We do the birthdays, or do you want to do something? I think we should do the birthdays. Let's get them out of the way. I got a lot of birthdays, but we can skip a couple because I know you don't know a lot of these guys, or I think you don't know a lot of these guys. But you surprise me. Sometimes you do know these people, and I don't expect you to know them. But some of these I know you know, and so let's start off with Spike Lee.
Who's that?
Spike Lee? Oh, he's
72.
He is 69. That's a point for you. Holly Hunter. Let's get her up here.
Let me see her picture.
She does not look like that. Those are the good pictures of her. I would say she might look like that. Might. I mean, she aged pretty
53.
good. She is 68.
68. Wow.
I know. But remember, this woman was doing movies in the 80s. So,
yeah, that's true.
Hal Linden of Barney, not Barney, is it Barney? That detective show, or the Barney Miller. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, I guess I got to bring his picture up. He doesn't look like her at all. Did you ever watch that show? It was in the 70s. In the 70s, I got to tell you that.
I'm going to say 85.
95.
Wow.
We get a lot of old actors. I mean, really, seriously. You may not know. I don't know if you know. Kathy Ireland. She was a model.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, I mean that's a name that we remember from. I would say the 90s. We would know her, or the 80s, late 80s, early 90s.
Let's say 72.
She is 63. All right, Bruce Willis. A lot of news about Bruce Willis. I feel bad for him.
72.
You got it, 71, yes. Glenn Close.
She's got to be 72 too.
79. I don't know if you know this one. I know the name, and I can't put her anywhere, but Ursula Andress. She was a Bond girl, so that gives you how old. Like
87.
That's pretty good. She's 90. Queen Latifah.
Oh, she's got to be 52.
Oh, you're really good. That was 56. Vanessa Williams.
$57.
Close enough. 63. Dane Cook. He's been, I haven't heard him for a long, long time. It's not that he's old. It's just when he was famous, he was touring college campuses. And that was when I was working, way back when I was working. Oh, Celebrity Goes to Jail. Did we give that one? Did we do the Celebrity Goes to Jail?
No, we didn't do Celebrity Went to Jail.
Christine.
Who went to jail?
I don't know. I'm going to have to ask her. Okay. What did I say? Oh, Dane Cook. He's a comedian, stand-up. I don't know if you know him or not.
No, I don't know.
Okay, he's 54. Adam Levine.
I was going to say 52.
Okay, well, you can have that.
No, it was just a guess. It was just a.
Well, it's a good guess.
Just a wag. Just a wag.
Adam Levine, who is a musician from Maroon 5.
No idea. Can't tell from this picture.
Yeah, he's been around.
47.
There you go, right on. Jessica Chastain, and I can't remember why I know her. Oh, that's why. She's pretty cute. Redhead.
Redhead.
I'm not really into redheads as much, but and there's only 2 more after this.
49.
49. Oh, that's exact right. Allison Hannigan. She was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I guess. She was on that, I guess. And she was also on Penn and Teller's show, the magic show that they do on TV.
42.
She is 52. She's actually, she's aging really well. And Kelly LeBrock. I don't know that you know who she is because I can't remember. Oh, I know why I know her. She was the she was in Dirty Dancing.
I was going to say that she looks like she has a 70s.
Yes, she does.
And I would say she's 63.
66. All right, you got it. That's it. See, you did really well. So you don't need to know. You don't need to know people. You know it. All right. We have 3 deaths, so I'd like to get them out of the way. Let's see. There's 1. There's 2. Where's the third one at? Oh, there's the other one. Okay. So the first one is Neil Sedaka. Oh, I didn't mean to bring that up. I thought that was going to go to the Neil Sedaka thing. Oh, here it is. If I screwed that up. Okay, here we go. What's going on? Wants to show notifications. Okay, show notifications.
Neil Sedaka, March 13, 1939 to February 27, 2026. The legendary singer-songwriter passed away at 86 years old on February 27, 2026 in Los Angeles. His cause of death was reported as atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, with kidney failure as a contributing factor. Neil Sedaka wasn't just a hitmaker, he was a melody architect, a piano poet, and one of the defining voices of pop music across multiple generations. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Sedaka was a classically trained pianist at Juilliard, but instead of concert halls, he chose the bright lights of pop music and changed it forever. His early career exploded in the late 1950s and early 1960s with a string of unforgettable hits that still echo today. Songs like Oh, Carol, Calendar Girl, Happy Birthday, Sweet 16, and Breaking Up Is Hard to Do didn't just climb the charts. They became part of the soundtrack of American life. Career highlights and achievements. Juilliard-trained pianist who transitioned into pop superstardom. Sold tens of millions of records worldwide during his early career surge. Wrote or co-wrote 500-plus songs for himself and other artists. Inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, 1983. Major comeback in the 1970s with hits like Laughter in the Rain and Bad Blood. Wrote classics for others, including Love Will Keep Us Together and Solitaire. Fun facts and legacy. His music survived shifting trends, including the British invasion, proving his songwriting was timeless. He recorded songs in multiple languages and maintained global popularity, even when U.S. charts cooled. He experienced one of the most impressive career comebacks in music history during the 1970s. He was married to his wife Leba for over 60 years and remained deeply family-oriented throughout his life. Neil Sedaka had a rare gift, the ability to turn simple emotions into unforgettable melodies. His songs weren't just hits, they were moments. First love, heartbreaks, birthdays, memories, all wrapped in piano keys and golden hooks. He didn't just write music, he wrote feelings people could sing. Rest in peace, Neil Sedaka, 1939 to 2026. The songs may fade from the charts, but they never leave the heart.
right, that's one of them. I remember him. I just don't remember any of his songs. I remember his name anyway. I don't think he was a big influence in mine, but he was, I know who he was. What about you?
I can't remember one song.
Yeah, I can't remember one song.
I know who he was. He was a big name.
Yeah.
But I can't remember one song.
All right, the next guy, I don't know if you'll know him or not, because he was big in wrestling, but when you were probably not watching wrestling, but he was a big influence in a lot of wrestlers. His name's Dennis Condrey. I'm having issues with YouTube right now.
Obituary: Dennis Condrey, February 1st, 1950 to March 20th, 2026. Midnight Express legend and tag team pioneer. Dennis Loverboy Condrey, one of the most respected and influential figures in professional wrestling's golden era, has passed away at the age of 74. His death was announced on March 20th, 2026, sparking an outpouring of tributes across the wrestling world. Dennis Condrey wasn't just a wrestler. He was a craftsman in the ring, a master of tag team psychology, and one of the architects of what many consider the greatest tag team style in wrestling history. Born in Florence, Alabama, Condrey began his wrestling journey in 1973, quickly building a reputation for technical skill, timing, and a gritty, believable in-ring style that set him apart. But it was his role in the Midnight Express that cemented his legacy forever. Alongside partners like Bobby Eaton and under the guidance of Jim Cornette, Condrey helped define tag team wrestling in the 1980s. Their intense rivalries, especially with The Rock and Joel Express, became legendary, blending storytelling, athleticism, and crowd psychology into unforgettable matches that still influence wrestling today. Career highlights and achievements. Founding member of the Midnight Express, one of the most iconic tag teams of all time. Held 50-plus tag team championships across major promotions. Competed in NWA, AWA, and Team Profit promotions and WCW. Inducted into the Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame. Later served as a trainer in WWE developmental, mentoring future stars. Fun facts and legacy. Condrey's nickname Loverboy became one of the most recognizable personas in tag team wrestling today. His matches were known for perfect timing and ring psychology, often cited by modern wrestlers as a blueprint for tag team excellence. Even after retiring in 2011, he remained involved in wrestling, mentoring younger talent, and staying connected to the industry. Fellow wrestlers described him as not only a legend, but a mentor and genuinely kind human being, often reaching out to give advice and encouragement. Final tribute. Dennis Condrey helped build the road that modern tag team wrestling still walks today. He didn't just perform, he taught the business how to be done right. Every perfectly timed tag, every heated rivalry, every crowd on its feet, that blueprint carries his fingerprints. To fans, he was part of something unforgettable. To wrestlers, he was a standard. To those who knew him, he was family. Rest in peace, Dennis Condrey, 1950 to 2026. And him, the Midnight Express rolls on forever.
They were the big guys. I mean, I really love their stuff. Okay, I gotta figure out why this is doing this. Okay, I gotta turn this off. Okay, now I gotta turn this down. Okay, now hopefully, shoot, still not. What's going on here? This did a weird thing at the beginning of the show. It just shut off and wouldn't let me do what I used to do. So now I gotta fix everything so that it's right. Okay, let's bring this down. Okay. Check 1, 2. Whoop, there's my mic falling. Okay. All right. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Should be better now. I don't know. Why is it so loud there? Can I bring that? Check 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2. That's weird. Okay. Well, hopefully that'll fix it. All right. Anyway. This is horrible now. What is horrible? Whatever you're turning up, we're getting more static. Do you get static now? It should be less static now. Okay, I got a thumbs up. Okay. So anyway, him and Bobby Eaton were the original they aren't the original Midnight Express, which I found out this when I did this report. They are not the original Midnight Express. Dennis Condrey is the original Midnight Express, but Bobby Eaton was an add-in later on, and so it was kind of interesting because I was thinking it was Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey, and I found out there was another one yet, and I was like, oh, really, was there? And so it was weird. It was weird going through and learning the things I thought I knew, and actually, you got to see the Backseat Boys when you were up at my school. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, they were big fans of the Midnight Express, and they actually the original Backseat Boys, was Johnny, was one of the originals. They played the entrance music that the Midnight Express played. So it was kind of funny because they were big fans of them. Everybody, I mean, anybody that's a true wrestling fan has to appreciate where they came from because they were awesome. They were one of the best tag teams out there. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't have tag team wrestling like we have today. And it's funny, I was watching on YouTube today. I was just going through YouTube and I saw an old clip from 1977 of a wrestling promotion called WWA. Now, 1977, WWE was not around. WWF was. And so they were all territorial back then. And it was interesting to watch how the style has changed over the years and how nowadays it's a much faster paced wrestling game. So it's interesting. It's just I like being a student of the sport, and I thought I knew more about the Midnight Express than I did, but now I do know. So anyway, the third one is one everybody knows, and it probably hurts more than all the others combined for me, and that is Chuck Norris. All right. Why is that not playing?
play heroes. He became one. His presence defined an era of action films where grit mattered, justice prevailed, and one man could take on the world, usually with a roundhouse kick that felt like thunder. But beyond the myth, the meme, and the movie screen, he was a man of discipline, faith, and quiet strength. Someone who inspired millions to be stronger, stand taller, and never back down. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris, 1940 to 2026. The legend doesn't end, it just echoes louder.
So that's Chuck Norris. Boy, oh boy. The legend is definitely gone.
He was doing commercials about how shooting was and how good he was taking himself. He was talking a product, but he looked fit and healthy and vibrant.
Right. Oh, man, he was awesome. He was an 86. Man, in those pictures, he still looked good. So I will tell you that there's no doubt in my mind that he was still looking good. I'm gonna change some things around here. Hold on a sec. Let me make some switches. Take that off, and then we'll bring this down. Hopefully, check 1 2. For some reason, we're not getting the sound we were getting, and I don't know why. So let's see. Okay. Check 1 2 1 2. That's too loud. I got to bring it down even more. The videos weren't as loud as we are for some reason. All right. So that should bring me down. Talk a little bit here.
Check 1 2. Check check. Check 1 2. Check check. Check check.
Still
1 2 1 2 check 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 1 2 1 2
all right.
check check.
I think we should be good there. We should be decent there. That gives me a little headroom in there that I was losing. I don't know why this thing is doing this. This was all these weeks we were having good shows, and then all of a sudden I come in and it won't let me do anything, and that's kind of weird. It didn't like something. I don't know what it didn't like, but it didn't like something. All right. So that's that. That's those three. I can delete that stuff now. And actually, the next thing was that Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and more pay tribute to Chuck Norris. So he had a lot of people that admired him, and he certainly certainly did a lot of cool stuff. It's funny because I watched a video a couple months ago on Enter the Dragon, where he did that thing with Bruce Lee, and there was a rivalry there. It was a friendly rivalry, but nobody knows what the real result of their fights were, because they had a couple fights to show who's legitimate. Now Chuck says that he won the fight, the first fight, but he said the endurance of Bruce Lee was unbelievable, and that he wore out Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was a stronger fighter, but Bruce Lee was in better cardio condition. So that's kind of interesting to know. That I would have never known that. And of course, Bruce Lee was unconventional in the way that he fought, so nobody could really predict what he does, and everybody else was playing by their rules that they were taught, but not Bruce Lee. He played by his own rules. So that was kind of cool. So that kind of thing was neat to watch, to see. They showed some of the video that was never in the movie of those guys fighting, and it was really cool. So, oh good, she hears better now. All right, so that was that. All right, I'm just going to cruise down this list and try to cover as much as I can, because there's some really good stuff. We'll start here. Oh, yeah, here it is. Chuck Norris dies after emergency surgery, which we know about, so I don't need to go over that. Here's something interesting. AI rendered Val Kilmer to appear in an upcoming film As Deep as the Grave, after his state grants permission for digital replication of Kilmer. who died of pneumonia last year. That's kind of cool that they're going to use. I mean, it's good that his family okayed that. It wouldn't be okay if they were doing it without their okay, but they're saying, hey, yeah, we can do that. So he was the actor I wanted to play this role, says the film's writer and director. It was very much designed around him, drew on his Native American history, heritage, and his ties and love for the Southwest. I was looking at the call sheet the other day, and we had him ready to shoot. He was just going through a really, really tough time medically, and he couldn't do it. So it's cool that his family said, yeah, we'll be okay with you doing that. And the stuff they can do with AI is just amazing nowadays. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff. I don't think I ever played the animated thing that has Classy Mike Trash in it, did I?
No.
Wonder where I probably have that. I wonder if I'll get that ready for next week. It's pretty cool. It's just so amazing what you can do, and it's just the stuff is just well, I don't know if you saw the pictures of me skiing and all that. Did you see those?
Yes, I saw those.
Okay, and those were all AI, because I put a picture of me and I said, this is what I want me to do, and it did it. And I was like, wow, it really looks like I was doing it. It looks like I'm pretty athletic, which is far from the truth. So, oh man. I guess I could play those clips I told you about right before the show started. Let me get rid of some of these things. I did 2 shows this weekend. I did a show on Friday, and I did a show on Saturday. Now, when I go to these shows, I'm usually the commentator, one of the commentators. And I did a little different thing this time. Somebody didn't show up that was supposed to show up, and I've done every job in the wrestling industry except like physician, but I've done basically every job that could be done. And this weekend, I proved it. I didn't want to prove it. I just proved it. We needed somebody to do, well, I'll just show it to you. This is from this past weekend. This is from Friday. So I hope it'll play the way we want it to. So here we go. Oh, I don't think it's playing.
I don't know, man. I watched The Karate Kid when I was a kid, and he looks straight out of the Halloween episode, the part of The Karate Kid. So he's definitely someone that the crowd is behind. I'm excited every time he gets in the ring because he has on their feet. And we're about to see Sam up next in a special 3-way dance. So let's get it down to the ring. It's a classy Mike Cash. Sorry,
referee is Jason Weinberg.
Okay, ring announcer.
Outstanding referee for a change.
Our next match is the one fall.
Weinberg's actually
It's a 3-way dance, and our participants are.
I just want to.
Weinberg is the son of Frank.
Absolutely not true. Weinberg has not been allowed to procreate by the state of New Jersey for about 30 years now.
Hey, what is this piece of trash doing?
What does he have?
So the thing was that Logie showed up with a bag, and nobody knew what the bag was. It was kind of interesting. That was the big mystery. What is in the bag? All right. Why is this doing this? Come on.
His own bag. He might just not want to leave it in the back. There's 3 other people with him. You're going to sell that on Marketplace? You know, when in the old days, wrestlers used to put something in your bag that was
I've seen
equally delicious, let's just say.
Our second participant comes from the end of the world.
Bringing it back to the ring shades of Simon Dean.
He weighs 83 kilos. Pedro Pablo.
Wait a minute. It's not Pedro's ring gear. I think we just figured out the caper, ladies and gentlemen.
Get him. Get your hands on him.
Oh, man, we need Mount Holly's finest here. That's Pedro Pablo's gear bag.
Where's your gear, man? Where's your gear, man?
Ridiculous.
Mike Bunker with the gear. I think it's pretty obvious where the gear was playing.
And lastly,
Why would he steal?
So the big controversy is that the gear is Pedro Pablo's. The guy came out with his gear, and that was the big controversy that they were trying to figure out is what did he have? So that guy stole the other guy's gear before he came out, so he couldn't dress in his gear for wrestling. So the next guy is, of course, Sam Reaper. I wonder if... No, it is on. 7. Aha, that one's it. So that was the one thing that I got to do, which was kind of fun. I hadn't done ring announcing for over 30 years, probably. So that was an interesting thing. And then Saturday, we had our big backcountry PLE, and that was this next video. Let's see here. Hopefully this will play. There we go. Wonder if the volume is up in this. Yeah, it is up. Okay.
Be off the charts. His cardiovascular training has got to be off the charts.
Imagine how much he's training. He has a world title shot. He wants his title back.
Black hole slam! That was it! But he can't capitalize. Come on, Bill.
Oh, Smarts right there is rolling out.
He's still got his wits about him. He's not even on Dream Street, you guys. He's on King Street, let's be honest. Bill Gold going out. What's he gonna do? Come on, Bill, get him back in the ring. That's where you can beat him. Bill is a fighting champion. I gotta say, I'm proud to have him. What just happened?
And the ref, hey, didn't see it, of course.
Ring the bell.
Low blow.
Oh, now the referees decide to be with it.
Oh,
that was a low blow. Wow,
the
he's not
winner
happy.
of the match.
I wouldn't be either.
By disqualification.
Oh, no,
Bill Gold.
Not Danny Ora. Honestly, what am I saying? Yeah, beat the hell out of the ref.
I think we need new refs on every match tonight.
Well, the ref finally made a good call. I'm going to be honest with you. That was a blatant low blow. Inside the ring or outside the ring, you can't have it.
Good call or bad call. I think, Mike, what you're trying to say is that the refs have been involved in the decision in almost every match tonight.
Right, and it's like everything that's going on tonight, and that's what you call for a DQ. I mean, come on.
Ridiculous. You got to wonder if the Guma's involved in that. What do we have here? Oh, Mike Trash, my broadcast partner, coming to the ring. Why?
Congratulations. What's with you, man? I just wanted to give you a gift from Lavari.
What's he saying?
I want your gift to...
Oh, no! That's Tommy Biz! Did Mike Trash just set up Billy Gold?
I couldn't hear what he said, but apparently.
Look at these guys going at it. These are two monsters. Tommy Biz, one of our students, me and Trent, from the original Animal House back in PWU.
The crowd better get out of the way, these two.
Mike Hamilton, he was in your class.
Sure was.
He was in Kid Legends class. That's Tommy Biz. Mike Trash, what was that all about? Oh, True Colors. Why do I hear Cyndi Lauper playing in my head right now?
Mike Trash back to his old ways.
He's enjoying every minute of this. Look at him. Still towing you, Johnny.
And one of my students he's taken and corrupted now. Wow. Back seats have been corrupted. Tommy Biz is corrupted. GQ, you going to be corrupted next?
I don't know, man, if the money's there. No, I'm kidding. But the fact of the matter is that he came to the ring. Mike Trash said he had a gift, and the gift was Tommy Biz, unfortunately, for Bill Gold. But they fought to the back. I'm curious what's going on right now.
Mike Trash. Earning his name. Mike Trash has been around longer than me, and I started in 1998. Old enough to be my dad, a disgusting man. At least we don't have to deal with him on commentary anymore, Mike Hamilton.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Setting up Bill Gold after that hard-fought victory.
That experience led to that deception. It worked for him.
Yeah, this ref, man, here we go.
Oh, I think it's finally time for the main event, you guys. But first, we're going to have a video package to see what brought this bat match on. We got to catch our breath. Too much is happening at once here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's send it to the Tron.
Hello. There we are. Darn it. Okay. I'm just really tired of people changing my job title and I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what? I can do what I want, and I'm going to do what I want because I'm able to do it. I am able to make decisions on my own. I don't need someone like Johnny Kashmir talking down to me. I mean, he's a little older than that. He couldn't be my son, and I wouldn't claim him if he was. He's not. The guy's washed up. He can't possibly even think that he could hold a candle to what I've done. You know, he is not even wrestling anymore. I have the capability to continue my career, and I've done everything there is to do in this business. And I just decided that when they kicked me off commentary, that was it. No more. I'm not going to be kicked around. I'm going to run this place. I'm going to take and have people bow down to me. There are people in that locker room that were treating me like I was a nobody, and that's because they didn't know who I was. Well, now they're going to know. Everyone's going to know. And now, this is weird. You're going to, let me see if I got to get Facebook up here. Hold on. Because they're actually going to send me to court. I mean, this is ridiculous. Why are they having court with me? I have not done anything wrong. I mean, not really. And I think it's ridiculous that I would have to go to court. Angel has to go to court. I've got to go to court. I understand Angel going to court because she did things that are not really cool. Why would I have to go to court? I have not done anything. But I understand that they're sending me to court. Now, I got to see if I can find this thing here. I got it. Oh, there it is. Wrestlers Court. See, look at this. There's Tommy Grayson, indicted. Angel Orsini. I mean, and then I go down here further, and I didn't even know I was going to go to court till today. I found out that I was going to court. That's ridiculous. I should not have to go to court.
What's wrestling court?
That's a good question. I've never been to it, but I don't think I should have to go to it because I'm above that. So, let's see if I should be in here. Hey, there's us. Let me see here. There's got to be one. There was one in here that had a picture of me, and I called up and I called up the commissioner. I said, what's this about? Why do I have to go to court? I should not have to go to court. You know, I'm just a guy that, okay, I got to be the next one then. It's got to be, oh, here we go. It's in here. So this, I woke up this morning to this coming in my email. Here it is. Look. Whoop, not that one. I'd rather look at that one.
I saw you.
That's ridiculous. I should not be going to court, and I should not. It's got me a little angry. So this is going to be Friday's show. So they expect me to go to court. I don't have to go to court. I did nothing wrong. I just came out. I said, I came out to congratulate Bill, and he got cocky with me. I said, "What's your problem?" I'm just coming out to say that it's good job and all that stuff, and he gets mad at he comes mouthing off at me. And I just, he got what he deserved. Anyway, we'll move on to the next thing. But yeah, that's me. I think I should get them for copyright on this picture. They should not be allowed to use this picture. This is my picture. In fact, I'm going to bring that up on Friday. I need a lawyer. Anyway, don't laugh. You're laughing at my problems. You should be on my side. I mean, geez.
If I understood it, I would be on your side, but I don't understand.
Right, I don't understand it either. So I'm not even sure how I can be on my side, because it's unreal that I would be called to court. I mean, I've never been called to court. Well, okay, have I ever been to court? Oh yeah, I was at court, but that was like 40 years ago. And I was innocent, and I still had to pay a fine. I'm not paying a fine this time. If I pay a fine, there's going to be a lot to pay. There's going to be a lot of payback. So, I don't know. But I'm back where I belong. I'm back to managing where I belong. That's the thing. When I first came into this company, nobody believed in me. Nobody believed that I should be, they were like, we don't have any room for you. And I kept saying, put me on commentary. Put me on commentary. And it took me weeks and weeks and weeks to get on commentary. And then they needed someone for a ring announcer, so I volunteered to be a ring announcer. I didn't want to do ring announcing. Ring announcing's boring. And plus, I haven't done it for a long time. And then then I got into the building Saturday for the show, and they didn't have any room for me. Well, that's not right. Why wouldn't they have room for me? I lost my commentary thing because I was nice enough to sit back and be a ring announcer. Okay, I'll make my own way. The same way I got into business. I did it my way. Me and Frankie. If they're not going to play ball, then I'm taking the ball. And they're not going to play ball at all. If they're not playing ball with me, they're not playing ball at all. So be forewarned. I'm coming after the people who caused me all this pain. And I'm going to point out who they are on Friday. Friday at the SPO Wrestling live show. So anybody that has anything to say, that's the time to say it. So come on out to 22 King Street, and you'll get to see whatever this court thing is that they're going to do. We're going to see who is running it. We're going to find, because there's me, there's Angel's going to be called. Now I understand why she's called into it. I mean, she does things kind of on the sly, but I do everything on the up and up. I have never cheated. I've never done anything wrong in wrestling. I've always done things the right way, and that's if you're going to play with me, you're going to play with fire. But you're also going to play with my new boy, Tommy Biz. I'm not coming alone, man. He's big. He's a big guy, and I wouldn't mess with him if I were not his friend, so or his advocate. So anyway, that's enough of that. I don't want to waste the whole show talking about my grievances, but I could. I've got a lot of them, and I'm going for blood this time. So if anybody has anything to say, Friday's the day to say it. All right, enough of that. No more talking about wrestling because they irritated me. All right. ABC cancels Bachelorette season. Bachelorette, and the season was set to debut Sunday, and abuse allegations.
They lost millions and millions of dollars.
That's good. They should lose it if they really did have allegations of abuse allegations.
Abuse, domestic violence abuse.
Yeah. I mean, I would think that would be an issue, and so I mean, it's really strange when you think about it. They make that much money on something, and then somebody goes in there and screws it up for everybody. If I was a person on that show, I would be really upset about the fact that they're not going to get their money. So I guess they. I mean, I guess it depends what the country.
They're going to sue for their money.
Do you know what the allegations are? I mean, besides there's a domestic assault.
She domestic assault, and the kid was present when it happened.
Well, I would think
So
that that's...
there's an additional charge because she did it in front of the kid.
Oh, nice. Well, that shows what... See, that's the thing I don't understand. I mean, you want to be a business person regardless of what business you're in, whether it be in wrestling or whether it be in TV, whatever it is that you are. I mean, you gotta play things smart. The last thing you should do is set yourself up for failure. Johnny Cashmere, and and by the way, it annoys the living daylights out of me that he said some things about me being a bad guy, because he was a bad guy almost all of his career. So for him to come out and make accusations like that, really kind of, that's the pot calling the kettle black for sure. I said I wasn't going to talk about that anymore. Anyway, yeah, so that ABC's canceling Bachelorette. I wonder if they're going to bring it back without them, though, because, I mean, the allegations are for specific people, and that show was probably pretty popular, I would think. Maybe.
Well, I think they'll do one next season, but it's kind of ruined for this season because they shot it all.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. They lost the whole season, but couldn't they just... I would think they would... See, they shot it ahead of time, so they knew it was coming. Don't they shoot the whole thing, the whole episode, the whole season, like before they put it on?
Yeah. I think I didn't know they did that, but I think that's accurate.
I mean, I might be wrong. They might. I mean, because like a lot of them shoot it like they shoot it like they would start say they'd go halfway through the season and then start broadcasting, so you don't know the end of the show. That's probably what the situation is. But anyway, all right.
Well, I read that the other people, they have contracts, and their contracts were broken, and so they have a right to sue.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it's going to cost Disney a lot of money.
Yeah, they'll probably go bankrupt now. All right. All right, next one. Spider-Man Brand New Day becomes the most viewed movie trailer in history, reaching close to 720 million total views in 24 hours. The film releases the 31st of July, and the characters include Hulk and the Punisher. So that's interesting. I don't know that I've seen a big movie with Punisher in it yet. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. And I wonder which Spider-Man they're going to use. Let's see if it says, because there are 3 Spider-Men. Did you ever see the 3 Spider-Men when they did that? They put them all 3 together and had them all. They all knew they were Spider-Man. They were just in different zones or different, whatever you call it. I'm trying to think here if they say which one it is, or if they have a new Spider-Man. You never know. Casting. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, Tom Holland. Okay, was that the last Spider? I think he was the last Spider-Man. So that'll be pretty good. I watch that. I think I'd like that. So far, and they have a new Avengers coming out too. That one I'm really looking forward to. So that'll be out next year sometime. Let's see. Next one. I've got. Did you know there was a Dulisaurus? They found a Dulisaurus. Do you know what a Dulisaurus is?
I have no clue.
It's been discovered in Korea. It's a fuzzy dinosaur, and fossil X-ray reveals new species of baby dino named for iconic Korean cartoon. So they got this new. They found this body, this skeletal remains, and the skeleton is like it's very intact. So that's kind of cool. Let's see if they. Oh, here we go. Can I get that bigger than that? Or am I not gonna be able to get that? Let's see. Is there a bigger picture? There is not. Darn it. Oh, here the scientific name is Saurus humini. I've never heard of a Saurus, but it's kind of cool. I mean, you got to think that there's got to be, if the world is as big as, or as old as we've been told, it's got to be. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is what it supposedly looks like. Do they have a better picture of that? I'd like to see what. Or is that the same? That's the same one. Okay, it's the same story. Okay, it's just kind of cool that they are finding new things. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's like thousands. Well, probably more than thousands of things we've never seen before. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that they keep finding stuff like that. I thought by now we would have found, the things that we're going to find, because, you figure back when you're talking about things that are that old, there's going to be, the world's gone through many changes, between asteroids hitting us or whatever, and the things are going to be either too deep to find, or they're going to be, destroyed through some kind of lava or anything that it runs into. But apparently they're still finding things, so that's kind of cool. Peta, did you know there was, the Oscar Mayer Weinermobile?
Yeah.
Did you know that Peta, to protest the Weinermobile with the Hell on Wheels truck during the Harrisburg parade?
No. You're kidding.
Okay, now you've seen this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently they have plans to do this. This is their Hell on Wheels, and basically it's the hyperistic box truck. It looks and sounds like it contains real pigs headed to slaughter, and that's going to be right next to the Weinermobile during Harrisburg's parade. It's like, I bet you most of these people eat those things too. So the Hell on Wheels truck is covered with images of pigs crammed into cages and plays real recordings of slaughter-bound pigs. The truck also plays a message suggesting that listeners go vegan. Frankly, we got a comedian in there. Frankly, the Weinermobile is peddling the ground-up body parts of terrified animals, said the Peta president. Peta's Hell on Wheels truck is to appeal to everyone to be kind by choosing tasty vegan meals, including delicious Oscar Mayer veggie dogs. And Peta is ready to help with free vegan starter kits, recipes, and tips. So I don't know how many people they're going to get really interested in this. I mean, I'm sure they are going to. I mean, people don't really want to. We don't really want to see the pigs and stuff. I just think that it's poor taste, if you want to use that word. I don't know, just kind of weird. So, I mean, I feel for the animals, but that's not going to stop people from eating meat. So. Okay, so that's done. We talked to that. Okay, next one. We don't need to do that one. Live Nation has some more news. It says here, Live Nation CEO Michael Rapino took the stand in federal court Thursday, calling his remarks his employees made about robbing fans disgusting. It's disgusting. It's not the way we operate. Now, see, I disagree with that because, there's no reason that there should be a $20 hot dog and how much were the tickets you said to, was it McCartney you talked about?
Springsteen was $7,000 for the floor, $1,000 for upper deck.
It's crazy. It is. It's crazy. And even if you look at outside of music, you talk about WrestleMania. tickets for WrestleMania are obscenely crazy. Like the bleacher seats are the worst seat. The bad seats are $700 or something like that. It's really, really high. So I can't understand how they can do that and get away with it. But people will pay it. So I guess they can get away with it because of that. But they're really, I don't know. Do they really want to play Death Cry? Oh, yeah, they do really want to play Death Cries in front of children. Peta is heartless when it comes to that stuff. Kids don't understand what they're doing. Anyway, all right, so we did the Brand New Day one. All right, and we got... Oh, here's something really cool. This is a breakthrough in science, where scientists can grow functional esophagus using regenerative tissue. And this is really, really kind of interesting. So they did a lab-grown esophagus restoring pigs' ability to swallow. So we're doing something to a pig, but we're gaining information on the way that the pig breathes, and so we're sacrificing a pig for science. I kind of think that's cool. For centuries, the esophagus, the tube that carries food from the mouth to the stomach, has been a silent workhorse of the body. But when it fails, whether from congenital disabilities, injury, or disease, repairing it has been one of medicine's greatest challenges. Traditional approaches can rely on stents and grafts. However, these methods have complications like poor muscle regeneration, scarring, and limited long-term success. Now the scientists have made a significant advance in a breakthrough that seems closer to science fiction than surgery. Scientists have created a working segment of the esophagus, and that marks the first major step in regenerative medicine and pediatric surgery. I think that is a great step in the right direction.
Yeah, it is. Amazing.
Who would have thought from a pig esophagus that they've now figured out how they can save people? Okay, it's 8 o'clock, so it's actually after 8, so I'm going to give it over to you, and then I'll go back to my stuff.
Okay. Well, in Doug's weekly brief, we have breaking news.
There's all kinds of stuff going on out there, and I'm sure you've got a lot of stuff to do.
Trump declares victory, claims regime change has happened in Iran. The United States has sent Iran a 15-point plan to end the war, according to a report in the New York Times. The plan was delivered to Iranian officials via Pakistan, which is looking to help host and mediate talks. At the same time, President Trump on Tuesday said that the war with Iran has been won. He also claimed that the U.S. has achieved regime change, even though the Islamic regime remains in charge and his former supreme leader's son took over for him. Trump noted that the U.S. and Israel have killed several dozen members of Iran's leadership, which he is defining as regime change. And there's a chart here of how many people that he's killed since the war began. Peace negotiations get started, Trump also announced caution. I don't trust anybody, but he said he is pursuing talks and predicted a deal is imminent, despite Iranian officials denying any negotiations are taking place. On Monday, Trump said that the U.S.-Iranian talks were good and productive.
Do you believe it?
On Monday, Trump said he would postpone planned strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure for at least 5 days. He threatened that if the Strait of Hormuz was not opened in 48 hours, he would begin destroying Iran's energy infrastructure, which would damage the population. It wouldn't just damage military targets, it would be civilian targets. And the UN considers that a war crime. So it's dicey. He would postpone it for at least 5 days till Friday. A move that would have marked a major escalation in the conflict, as the White House has talks toward ending the war with Iran. So the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is pushing Trump to keep the war going, arguing it's a historic opportunity to dismantle Iran's regime and move a long-term threat to the Gulf. Trump also said Tuesday that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General David Kane, were quite disappointed with the idea of the U.S. negotiating a ceasefire with Iran. Pakistan's prime minister said Tuesday that his country is ready to host face-to-face talks. There are concerns within the Iranian regime that face-to-face talks could be a physical trap, putting senior officials at risk after many have been killed during the nearly month-long war. The U.S. repeatedly... lost my place.
Okay.
Hang on.
By the way, just a little announcement that I haven't told you yet. We could end up on Roku TV shortly.
Really?
Yes. And I was on Roku a couple years ago, and it looks like they're starting up again the channel that I was on. So that could happen. I'm in negotiations.
That's excellent news, Mike. Excellent
Yes.
news. There are concerns within the Iranian regime that face-to-face talks could be a physical trap. I read that. The U.S. is reportedly seeking discussions with Iranian parliamentary speaker Mohammad Ghalibaf, one of the few senior leaders to avoid U.S. and Israel strikes. Publicly, he is denying talks altogether because he doesn't want to get killed by his own people, and even mocking the U.S. online, saying the reported talks are an attempt to bring down oil prices. Privately, he is reported to be engaged in talks.
Wow.
So, big news, if it's true. If it's true.
I mean, I'm seeing
Trump
here...
said Iran has agreed...
Here's an article that talks about the same thing. It's basically talking about what you're talking about. 15-point plan sent to Pakistan, sent via Pakistan, reflects the Trump administration's eagerness to find an off-ramp from the conflict as it grapples with economic fallout. And according to two officials briefed on the diplomacy, here's the latest. It says the United States sent a 15-point plan for ending the war in the Middle East, according to two officials briefed on the diplomacy, reflecting the Trump administration's desire to find an off-ramp to a conflict that has deeply rattled the global economy. It's unclear whether Iran was likely to accept the plan as a basis of negotiations, or whether Israel has been bombing Iran together with the United States for nearly 4 weeks, was on board with it. So, I mean, it is being reported this way. So everything you're saying is right on board for what they're saying.
This may had something to do with it. I don't know. It's supposition on my part. But Trump's approval rating, according to Reuters, an ISOP poll finds Trump's approval rating has hit 36%.
Ooh, that's pretty low.
And that's because of oil prices and cost of living management.
Yeah.
President Trump's approval rating fell to 36%. that when the poll closed on Monday, down from 40% last week, marking its lowest point since returning to the White House. Surging fuel prices and widespread disapproval of the war in Iran, launched by the United States and Israel on February 28th, drove the decline despite Trump's prior promise to avoid stupid wars. So some 61% of Americans now disapprove of the military strikes, while only 25% approve of Trump's handling of cost of living, a central issue in the 2024 campaign. Disapproval among Republicans over Trump's handling of the cost of living rose to 34% from 27% last week, though his overall standing within the party remains mostly strong. So there's midterm elections coming, and it's going to be a referendum on Trump and the economy. So Trump's underwater, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, also, the U.S. is deploying 3 more warships with roughly 2,500 more Marines to the Middle East. It is the USS Tripoli is already there, and we're sending another ship with 2,500 Marines to the Middle East. And this is to take 3 islands that we have been pounding with bombs for about 3 weeks now. But the Marines are there to take the islands so that we can start, so that the Iranians cannot destroy ships going through the Strait of Hormuz. Right? Also, the Pentagon is to deploy 3,000 soldiers from the 82nd Airborne with our rapid deployment forces. So that would mean that there would be roughly 8,000 Marines and soldiers going to the Gulf to take these 3 islands and destroy all offensive capabilities of Iran so that the strait can be opened.
Mm.
Trump promised no boots on the ground.
Well,
now, this is not going to Tehran and trying to exact regime change. This is different. But it's still the same because it is American blood and treasure, right? It's our young men and women are being put in harm's way to make sure that the Strait of Hormuz is open so that 20% of the oil and natural gas, of which 20% goes to Europe and 80% goes to Asia, and a whole lot of it goes to China, can flow again. Okay? Now, Trump is going to be underwater on that too, because he promised no forever wars with boots on the ground. He also promised at the beginning of this war there would be no boots on the ground. Now, I'm not sharing my opinion. I'm just sharing how the public is probably going to react to this.
Right.
Personally, I think it's necessary, unless they can get an agreement to end the war. But then I'm a little bit of a hawk. So I support the war. But I'm in the minority. And majority wins in this country. And majority says Trump's wrong. And they don't like the war. Majority says that boots on the ground is not cool at all. And majority says that they're going to throw out the Republicans if Trump keeps going down this road.
Yeah.
So, no wonder Trump is, no wonder Trump is trying to end the war. It is not surprising that the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and Pete Hegseth, the War Secretary, is against this plan. It's also no surprised that Saudi Arabia is against the plan, because Saudi Arabia and Iran are enemies of the worst kind.
Yeah.
They're of different religions. One is a Sunni Muslim and one is a Shia Muslim, and they hate each other. And Saudi wants us to destroy everything about Iran, completely destroy them. We've done a pretty good job of destroying them so far. 90 to 95% of their offensive capabilities are gone. The trouble is the remaining 5 to 10% is wreaking havoc in the Persian Gulf. Yeah. And, so anyhow, that's the state of the war. Israel is going to take southern Lebanon and occupy it, because Hezbollah has been launching missiles into Israel as a proxy of Iran. They are fighting Iran's battle for them. And Israel is not taking it lightly, nor are they going to sit back and take it. So they are going to annex, according to one conservative politician, they are going to annex southern Lebanon for good, up to the Shoshi River. So there's no peace. We're, as Christians, we're supposed to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. It ain't happening.
Right.
There's no peace in Jerusalem. Do you have anything on the Air Canada plane that hit a fire truck?
Yes, I do.
In LaGuardia Airport.
Let me grab that. Let's see here. Actually, before we do that, there was something on the USS Gerald R. Ford.
There was a fire. You know where the fire started?
Where?
Well, bring up the article.
It's right there.
It says. I know where it started. This is America's most recent ship and the most fearsome aircraft carrier in the world.
Okay, it says here the carrier has been at sea for almost 9 months and will reportedly set sail for the island of Crete for repairs after a blaze broke out aboard the ship last week. And it says some of the key facts are below here. It doesn't say. Okay, 9 months. A fire broke out in the laundry room. Okay.
In the laundry room.
Injuring 2 sailors and causing major damage to some 100 beds. So what were they using, the microwave to dry or what?
See, the ship's been out for 9 months. It's only supposed to be out for 6 months. And then it's supposed to go in for a 6 month of repairs and upgrades and a break for the sailors. They get to go home for 30 days, be with their families, and then they go out training again because they get new sailors, and it's supposed to be a rotation. We have 11 carriers, and half are in dock at any one time.
Okay.
But the Gerald Ford was in the Caribbean, in the Venezuela mission, and they extended their stay, and then they shipped them to the Middle East to provide a second carrier. And it's 261 days, and things break.
Yeah.
And this was unfortunate because now we're down to 1 carrier instead of having 2 for round-the-clock operations.
Wow.
So this has really hurt U.S. Offensive weaponry. But there's not enough carriers to go around to do all the things that we have obligated ourselves to do. But the laundry, it's the chemicals in the laundry that started the fire.
Wow. Well, that's a problem.
There were over 100 sailors that were treated for smoke inhalation.
Jeez. Says injured 2 sailors and causing major damage to some 100 beds, but I don't know. I don't know what the.
Well, I read there was 100 sailors.
It might be. I'm just reading what it says here. It says here, unexpected and frequent clogging of the toilet system. It says here, let's see here.
$400,000 cost to flush it with acid each time.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. I was trying to understand, but now I get it. Okay, that's crazy. Whew.
See, they were supposed to go in 6 months to fix the toilets.
Well, sure.
This is a multi-billion-dollar ship, and the toilets don't work.
Well, they don't have the money for $1 trillion ships yet.
No, I guess a couple billion doesn't buy you what it used to.
Well, the thing is, with the prices going up, the cost of plumbers are going up. So I know that's why they didn't want to spend the money right now. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so we did that.
Air Canada.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't. That's kind of trumps that. Speaking of which, it said the Afghanistan-Pakistan war. 400 people were killed and more than 250 wounded after an alleged Pakistani strike on a drug rehabilitation center.
Yes, that's a tragedy. Trump took credit for ending that conflict.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't end. It did not end.
Oh, okay. Well, shame on him. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Is this the one? Nope, that's not the one. Hold on. I got to get the, wait a minute. Got to get the one you talked about. Where's it at? Okay, it must be in the regular news. Hold on. I got to switch to a different page. I know I have that because I saw that and thought we were going to talk about that. Okay. Let's see. Here it is, LaGuardia, right? Yeah. 2 pilots killed as a plane and rescue truck collide at LaGuardia. There we go. How does that happen? How could that possibly happen? They got all these. They got all these safety things, and how could that possibly happen?
I listened to the tapes.
Okay.
The air traffic controller gave permission for the fire truck to respond and cross the runway to respond to an emergency in another airliner. It had smoke in the cockpit, or passengers were smelling smoke. And so the fire truck was racing towards the other plane, asked permission to cross the runway, and was given permission by the controller. And right after he did it, he started yelling, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." And the truck did not stop. Now, it just came out before we went on air that somebody evidently keyed a mic, and the fire truck never heard "stop, stop."
Wow. That's
so if you show the picture up close, it is completely disintegrated the cockpit.
Well, yeah. I mean, you take a look at that. Wait a minute. Hold on. I had it up here. There it is. Whoops. There it is. Wait, do I have a better picture than that? Let's see. Okay, here you go. Yeah, that's gone.
They were killed instantly.
That's crazy.
The pilot and co-pilot. They were young, too. The captain was only 30.
Oh, jeez.
There were 72 people on board. 40 were taken to the hospital. 32 were released as of Tuesday at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
32 had been released. Now, the other scary thing was what are they called now? Flight attendant.
Yeah.
A flight attendant was strapped in a jump seat. The jump seat broke, and she was thrown from the front of the plane to the runway.
Wow.
And you can see the plane is jacked up in the air.
Yeah, yeah.
And she survived. And
Holy
she survived because she was strapped into the seat.
Jeez. That's crazy.
And the other passengers were not given instructions. The slides did not come out. And when the plane hit, the slides did not deploy. And so they had to crawl out onto the wing and slide down off the wing to the tarmac.
Wow.
And they weren't given instructions. The passengers had to figure it out for themselves. Because I think maybe the other flight attendant was knocked unconscious because nobody was they only had four staff, 4 crew, the 2 pilots and 2 flight attendants. One was on the tarmac, the pilots were dead, and the other flight attendant evidently was disabled.
Wow.
In some form or another.
What a weird thing to happen, though.
It's tragic. It's absolutely tragic.
Wow.
There are concerns about this. Concerns raised about LaGuardia's safety before fatal runway collision. Pilots reported repeated air traffic control errors and miscommunication at LaGuardia, where this accident occurred, raising operational pressures. Now, LaGuardia has 37 air traffic controller slots. They have 33. It's one of the best staffed airports in the country. There is a shortage of about 3,000 air traffic controllers because it takes 2 years to train an air traffic controller.
Wow.
They can retire in their 50s. And so they were trying to retain potential retirement by offering 20% of their salary for the rest of their lives or something like that.
Wow.
So they are trying to retain people and stop them from retiring, but it's one of the most stressful jobs in the world, and people burn out. There's mandatory overtime. It's not a good situation.
That's crazy. Oh, man, who would have thought?
And what pilots are saying is it's surprising more of these things haven't happened.
Right. Yeah, that's weird to think that, they can key, if one person can only one person can talk. So that little thing ended up killing people.
Death of two, killing and injuring people.
And it's weird to think that, you could miss that. I mean, if 2 people key it at the same time, or just a fraction of the time off, like this probably was, you wouldn't hear it. You wouldn't hear one of the commands. And that, it seems in this day and age, there would be some kind of something that would, I don't know. It just seems weird to not have anything to back it up. I mean,
well, this is going to elicit change to the system, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's rough.
Oh, and the 2 firemen, the two people in the front seat, there was nobody in the back seat. 2 people in the front seat were hospitalized too, severely injured.
But they're alive.
But they are alive.
I'm surprised they only lost 2 people out of this whole thing.
If you look at the front of that plane, look at it.
Yeah, and you would imagine there's massive damage throughout the whole cabin, throughout the whole plane, because the amount of thrust that car would have, or that vehicle would have hit. I'm sure there were people thrown all over the place, and it didn't matter if you had your seatbelt on in the upright and locked position or not. That scares me. I'm glad I'm driving to Vegas. Oh man, that's scary. That's freaking.
Yeah. Still is safer than driving a car.
Well, unless it's a full self-driving car.
Unless it's full self-driving.
But even then, I mean, I can control my car, but I can't control anybody else's. So that's still the end result, is that it's still probably safer in a plane. But I don't want to say that for sure. I want to say that my plane, my Tesla is going to be hopefully okay going back and forth to Vegas. Does scare me a little bit because, you know, I've never driven that far in a car. But like I said, you know, we'll have the charging stations and all that, and it'll be good. So
how many times are you gonna have to stop?
9.
9 times.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'd have to do if I was driving.
35 to 40 hours. So.
How many stops you gonna make?
Well, I mean, those 9
overnight. You're gonna take 3 days to get there.
No, we'll be there in a day and a half. Well, roughly 2, a day and a half to 2. It depends if we see. I'll have a guy with me. The guy you met, Johnny. He's coming with me. He's the guy that talked me into this. So I'll drive and he'll drive, and we'll sleep. Take turns sleeping, and then we can sleep at the charging stations too if we get really tired. So, you know, I'm good at that. I mean, I drove back from Florida by myself without any sleep at all, and I had already had a day's worth of. I mean, I started my day at like 7, 8 in the morning, and I got home. It was roughly probably 1 or 2 in the afternoon the next day without any sleep. So I can do it. And if I have someone else there, it'll be easier. So when I get on adrenaline, I'm good. But when I get really, really bad, the car won't let me put it in full self-driving. The car will say, nope, we're not going to do this. So it does have that thing that if it sees you're falling asleep, it will stop you. It'll just it'll pull the car over and you're stuck there. So, you know, I didn't really want to go at first, and then I thought, the more I thought about it, the more I thought maybe I should go to this, because this could make a big difference to my promotion, to our school and everything. And, you know, I like that we're going to be represented there, but I also like that we're going to call our own matches, and that way somebody doesn't have to figure out who these people are. We already know who they are. And the fact that Stephanie McMahon's going to be at this place makes a big difference too, because they're always looking for new talent. So if one of our guys gets signed, hey, that's a great.
That puts you on the map.
Yeah, it's like you know, whenever the Monster Factory guys got signed, the Monster Factory got noticed, and the more that they notice, I mean, right now we have like we have at least 10 students of our own. Plus, we have the people that are already trained that come and use our gym now. So we're looking. I think I told you about the room next to ours that's like twice as big as ours. Or I think
yes.
Okay. Well, we're actually talking about moving over there because we're getting to the point where we're going to make a profit, and and actually this Saturday we're doing a live show off premise. It's going to be pretty good. And then we have that school I told you about that we're building in Philly. And I mean, things are all coming together. Plus we have, I can't talk about this too much, but there's you know what Triller TV is, right?
Yeah.
It's a pay-per-view service. Like a lot of the places are, a lot of the pay-per-view wrestling outside of WWE are using Triller TV to advertise their product, to play their product. We're going to be on Triller TV for this weekend, or for that weekend, and we actually have people looking at us for possible TV deals. Now, if that happens, the game changes. Let's just put it that way, because I can't really speak anything other than that because I'm not involved in negotiations. But there are some pretty big things that are in the works, and we're making a lot of noise. I mean, a lot of people know who we are now, especially in our particular area. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, a lot of places, we're getting a lot of wrestlers asking, can we work there? And you know the deal. I mean, the fact is that these people are doing it because they have a chance to have a professional video of themselves. They have a chance of establishing themselves. They have a chance of doing things that people have spent years working to establish themselves. Now, we're not, I'm not saying we're the be-all, know-all and everything, but I am telling you that there are better way or worse ways to work in this business, and I've done that. I've done the worst ways. I've traveled the not millions, the miles to go somewhere and try to establish myself outside of my home territory, and there are ways that this is going to happen. So I'm really excited about the future. The future is going to be really, really good for our promotion. So anyway, what else you got?
Okay, Pentagon plans to keep National Guard in D.C. until 2029.
Why that long?
Because it's working.
Okay.
The crime is very low in Washington, D.C. because of the 2,500 National Guard troops that are there. And this is in spite of the two killings, or the two shootings and the one death.
Okay.
It's made D.C. safer. And so the Pentagon's going to keep them there. So following violent incidents, residents and city leaders criticized the deployment as infringing on local autonomy, while 2 West Virginia National Guard members were shot near Farragut Square, and Sarah Beckstrom died of her injuries. So, Trump is the boss of D.C., so, this is the one place he can do stuff without anybody telling him not to, unless Congress would tell him not to. But other than that, Trump can do what he wants in D.C.
Interesting.
So they're saying. The White House unveils the first national AI framework, pushes Congress to act this year. In other words, he wants to prevent censorship, protect children, and urge Congress to codify a consistent AI standard across the United States.
Okay.
Instead of having all these different state AI laws, he wants a national law so that AI companies only have one standard to live by.
I don't know.
Make sense to you? You know more about AI than me.
The thing is, I don't think he'll get that. I think there's always going to be somebody with, there's going to be a bunch of somebodies, especially since this is new. You can put a standard together, but whether or not they follow it is a different thing, because there are so many standards. Now I will tell you that they are combining. You're seeing a whole lot, like when ChatGPT first came out, it was only text. Well, now you can do video, or you can do pictures, and you couldn't do that before. And before you couldn't do, all these are eventually going to be one thing does all. That's going to happen. I don't doubt that. It may be too early for that, but it may not be. Maybe we're already on the way there. I love the fact that AI has gotten so smart. It scares me to a certain degree, but it excites me to another degree because, really, when I first started using AI, and let's say I wanted to do one of the obituaries, let's say I did Chuck Norris's, it would tell me Chuck Norris. Oh, actually, I did have that happen. I had that happen with one of the ones. It was actually Neil Sedaka. Now, Neil had died first, and he died about a month ago. And when I went to do the obituary, it says, I don't show where he has passed away yet. I can't do an obituary. Can you give me a link where it says he passed away? So I got a link, said, here it is. They said, oh, I'm wrong. Okay. And then it did it. It's just like, it's just funny because that's the first time I had it happen like that in a long time, where it did not recognize someone died. Yet it recognized Chuck Norris dying because he's the newest one, and Condrey dying, that was a new one. But Sedaka died a month ago, and it didn't know he died. So that's a rarity. I don't think I've had that happen in a couple years, but as far as them combining, I look forward to something like that happening. I don't. Some of them are working closely to that work to having all services in one location. That excites me because I don't need to go to. You don't have to go to a graphics one now because they're integrated now. They're integrating the stuff in little by little. So I think when that happens and they're integrated all the way through, we're going to, I mean, a lot of the stuff you can do in every one of the AIs. Programming is one thing you can do in most of the other AIs. You tell it you want a script that'll do a Python script or whatever that does this and that, and it'll do it. So really, if you look at the, I got an AI. Hold on, I have Grok. Here's ChatGTP. I think. Oh, it says my session's ended now. It's going to give me a hard time. See if it works or not. I've been having problems logging in to ChatGTP lately, and I found a workaround so that I can.
Do you pay for it?
No. Okay. Now at some point
you're using 3.5. You're using 3.5.
I am using 3.5. Yes. And to me, I am actually thinking about paying for it because it's getting to a point where I need the more powerful stuff because I'm doing a lot of stuff that research and stuff that like for my book and stuff, I'm running out of space and stuff. So I need this. Now let's see if it lets me log in or not. It may not. That means I'm going to have to, if I can't do it with this, I'm going to have to, I'll use Grok or something as the other alternative to it. But I really prefer ChatGTP. That's what I've been using for most of my stuff. I mean, that ChatGTP knows everything about me. So let's see if it does it. Is it going to let me log in? Nope, it's not going to let me log in. Just going to keep going in a loop. I do have a way to get around that, but I can't do it right now. Yeah, it's sending me another one. Let's talk about Grok. I mean, the thing about all the GTPs, here you have thing over here. This is for making pictures. You know, you can do all this stuff. I don't find Grok as good yet. I do use Grok is attached to my car, and I do find it interesting. But each of them are adding services more and more, and it's like here you go. You got Super Grok, you got a Heavy Grok, Expert, Fast, Auto. Now in the ChatGTP, it has things like different services. Like if you want to do a picture, if you want to do calculations, if you want to do this and that, there are different tabs that you pull down. Generally on ChatGTP, it's over here, but it does have the different things that you can do. So there are availability of all these different things that you can do. And even if you go to the other one that I use quite a bit is Copilot, because Copilot does everything too, because they're the big computer. And then there's the Google one. You know, all these. I
use Google because I have Google Chrome, and so I use Gemini.
Yeah, sure. Gemini has gotten really, really good. It's just that if I keep changing, then I'm going to have to say, well, let's see, where was it? Which one did I do that on? And you have to figure out it. So I've stuck to the one because I know that's what I've done. Here we go, Gemini. So in Gemini, let me bring this menu out here. Okay, so here I have some stuff that I've done with Gemini. That actually, I didn't sign in, so it doesn't. Oh, it must think I'm somewhere else. I don't know what that means, but it thinks I'm in some other country. So, yeah, even down here, all the things are the wrong language. But look, see here, this is music. This is, each of these things, it gives us, and at one time it was just text-based. So all the things that it does is just really cool that they're making this to here's Gemini's. Oh, that's low. That's $3.99 a month. That's cheap. And the Pro is $0. Oh, for 1 month, then it's
Right
20.
now, that's a promotion.
Oh yeah,
That's
then
a promotion.
that's for 1 month. Yeah, and that's $3.99 for 2 months, and then it's $7.99. I mean, it's much more reasonable than it used to be. But the thing is,
But look at Ultra.
Yeah, but that's for
$125 a month. But that's for
a business,
big time users.
Yeah,
that's for a business.
Yeah, and if you look at all the things that you get, I mean, take a look at this. This does 200 gig of storage, for photos and stuff. Gemini in Gmail. I mean, you got it hooked to your Gmail. That's good. Notebook LM. Now I downloaded LM to my system. I actually installed it. I just haven't used it yet. LM is just like if you turn off the internet, you can still do your Google stuff. The search stuff, I mean, all the stuff that you can, the flow, all that stuff. This stuff is just amazing what you get for the money. It's really not, I'm at a point where I'm really actually just about ready to pay for it because, I mean, I need it when I need it.
Would you get Plus or Pro?
I would say, well, I would stick with ChatGTP because that's what all my stuff is on right now, and I don't want to.
They're probably compatible.
Well, but I would lose my ChatGTP stuff if I went to, in other words, I'd have to teach it the stuff that I've already taught ChatGTP.
No, I meant the pricing.
Oh yeah, the prices. Last time I checked, it was $8.99 a month or something like that. So
Yeah,
it's right in line, and for the amount of stuff that I use it for, I waste $8 a month easily on things. I don't smoke or anything, but if I was smoked, it'd be like, that's a pack of cigarettes. Well, that's not a pack of cigarettes anymore, but that was always my brother's thing. That's a pack of cigarettes. But
I probably said this online before, but I was doing something for the show, and so I wanted to spell Pete Hegseth's name, and I said, "Can you spell Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War?" And chat came back and said there is no such thing as a Secretary of War.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it gave me a history. Then it gave me a history of the Secretary of the Department of War. And then I said, but Pete Hegseth, and it came back and said he is the Secretary of Defense. Congress is the only one that can change the designation.
Okay.
So it corrected me. I thought I got it. I thought I found an error, and I was going to brag that I found an error, but it corrected me.
Yeah. Well, ChatGTP, I mean, I really think that the ones that are coming out, the models that are coming out today, are really good. And it doesn't matter which one you're on, I don't think, for the most part. If you're on one of the big ones, Microsoft or ChatGTP or Google or whatever, if you're on one of those big ones, you're going to probably be okay. And they're absorbing a lot of the smaller guys. So, I mean, somebody comes out with something new that looks good, somebody's going to buy it.
Somebody buys it. Somebody's going to buy it. I also know, Mike, I have the same experience you have. They know I'm a Christian pastor and of a certain persuasion, and it knows what to give me and what to avoid.
Right, yeah.
I have to ask it. If I want a progressive point of view, I have to specifically ask for it.
What you do,
it won't give it to me.
What you do is you say, give me an example of something you would need an
interpretation of a verse.
So you would say, I am, what would you be? What are you, the other side?
I would be a conservative evangelical.
So you would say, give me the view of this as a conservative, and that's it. That's all you need.
Yes. I don't need to say that anymore.
Oh, yeah, okay, then it knows you. That if you do it a couple times, it will say, okay, that's what you want.
Right. So if I want a progressive point of view, I have to ask it for the progressive.
Okay, yeah, right. See, when I do these obituaries, I got it refined now. That's another reason I don't want to switch, because I'll say, so now all I would have to do is say Chuck Norris died, And then it would go through and it would give me all the tags I need, all the history I need, all the YouTube titles, and all the everything that I need. And it'll say, "Would you like a picture that commemorates that too?" And I say yes, and boom, there's all my stuff. I used to have to ask 6, 7, 8, 10 questions before I get all this stuff, but now it knows me enough that all I got to do is say Chuck Norris died, and
it's incredible.
And to
so
me,
don't you think it would be a good idea to have a national
I think at some point
AI policy instead of individual state policies that Gemini and Chat and Gronk will have to navigate each individual state?
But nobody wants to give up their piece of the pie. They don't want to.
Well,
they don't want
true.
you. If you can buy the same thing at Walmart that you can at McDonald's, why would you ever leave McDonald's? Or why would the thing is that they have to give something that nobody else is giving to get you to stay with them. Because right now it's free, or you pay for the uptick. But you got to figure out which one fits your lifestyle. Which one do you feel most comfortable with? With me, it was ChatGTP, because everybody, when I started doing this, was pretty
That's
much.
what everybody is.
Yeah, I mean, when it first started, ChatGTP was the first guy that I ever did, and I started playing with all the other ones. I started playing with Gemini. I started playing with, all the other ones, trying to figure out which one does what. And then I saw, if I want music, I got to go here. If I want graphics, I got to go here. If I want this kind of graphic, I got to go over here now. Well, now they're all consolidating and all doing this similar things, and at some point, it's just going to be, it's going to be pretty much, regardless of where you go, you're going to get what you want. So that's what it comes down to. And for me, I don't really need anything. I don't need, like, for instance, the Google AI Pro. You get Whisk for higher access to image to video creation. Well, I'm not doing image to video creation, so I don't really care about that. So why would I pay the extra? Why would I pay $20? But at some point, I will be doing that. So at this point, I'm still trying to decide. It's going to have to be ChatGTP for me, because I have too much stuff on ChatGTP to switch, unless I wanted to get back.
That's right. If I started doing my sermons off of Gemini, I'd have to train it again.
Yeah.
I'd have to train Gemini.
And it depends how much you trained the other one. And for me to train my stuff, like, for instance, the biggest thing is my book. Right now, I've got my book is covering my life. And so I've got a lot of time in the book, and I don't really want to teach it. I don't want to go through that again, because the emotions that I went through when I did a lot of this stuff, and the emotions I'm going to have to continue to go through to finish it, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of emotions. I don't want to do that all over again. It's tough the first time, so I don't want to revisit that again. But some of the stuff I have to revisit. But the ChatGTP, it knows what I want, and it knows now I could teach it to do the obituaries, but the thing is, why change it if it's working? At this point, there's no real big emergency to change. And I do use the Copilot for. I do those daily quotes and all that. I do you aren't on Facebook anymore, but I do a couple quotes a day, and I do a picture of that quote. So it's one of those things where I already have Copilot trained to do that, and then I have Grok trained to do some things, and I do use the different ones for different things, and you only have so much time on each of them. So sometimes I do spread it across the platforms, because I need something when I need something. I don't need it tomorrow. I need it today. So it's one of those things. I got spoiled, and that's why another reason for me to consider going up a level. So that's why I'll probably end up doing it. I'll probably end up going up a level. So. But it doesn't really matter which one you use, as long as you stick with that one all the way, because that's where you're getting the most service out of the one that you're paying for, if you're going into that.
I have 2 more Trumps and 2 Elon Musk, and they're quick.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Trump orders ICE agents to assist TSA
Oh, yeah,
at
yeah.
U.S. airport.
Yeah. I found that interesting.
Now, they're just providing security.
Right.
They're not doing the checking.
Right.
But they're taking away, they're allowing agents to man the booths instead of pulling security. But they're only at a couple airports. They're not widespread. But they're running into problems because people are taking pictures of them that Trump says you can't wear masks.
Oh, okay.
And they don't like that.
Yeah.
They like to be anonymous.
I don't blame them.
So, but Trump said no masks. So and people are upset because there was an arrest made of someone who had a deportation order on them.
Wow.
So they're not just there to pull security, they're also there to enforce immigration policy. And that's not what people want. They want them to just pull security. So,
okay.
Now, Elon Musk offered to pay TSA workers' salaries amid the budget standoff with DHS in Congress.
Yeah, I saw that.
He offered to pay the salaries.
Yeah, I'm not really sure
to personally pay. Because he thinks it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I think it's ridiculous that we are having problems finding people to do that or paying people to do that. I guess it should be. Because why all of a sudden are we having problems with having the right amount of people to do this?
Well, it's more that DHS is being held up by the Democrats. They are paying some of the Department of Homeland Security, but they're not paying others. Like the Coast Guard's not getting paid, and FEMA's not getting paid, and TSA workers aren't getting paid. It's a budget thing, and Democrats are holding it up because they want they want ICE to be neutered so they can't do their job. So they're holding up the funding. And so TSA workers cannot quit. Well, they can quit, but they can't go on strike. They cannot stand down. So they have to work without pay. They've gone two or three paychecks now without getting a paycheck.
Yeah, that shouldn't be. I mean, I don't think that
and they're calling off sick and working their second jobs just to bring. And they've asked for people to bring lunches in. And so nonprofits are bringing lunches into airports to feed TSA workers on their breaks because they don't have enough money to buy food at the airport.
That's insane.
It is insane. Not that I'm against Democrats all the time, but this is really not right what they're doing. So, so he offered to pay. I don't know what is going on. I can find nothing about whether Trump's taking him up on it or not.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Elon also misled Twitter investors ahead of the $44 billion acquisition, jury says. A San Francisco jury found Musk liable for misleading investors with tweets during his $44 billion Twitter acquisition, potentially costing him billions in damages.
Wow.
But cleared him of fraud claims. So he's going to be paying billions and millions anyhow, maybe billions.
Wow.
And because he's been found guilty. NASA has unveiled plans for a permanent moon base and nuclear Mars mission. NASA will invest $20 billion over 7 years to build a phased lunar base supporting long-term human presence, increasing crewed and robotic missions to the moon.
Okay.
So we're putting a base up on the moon. We'll never leave it again, said Isaacman, the head of NASA.
That's crazy. How much do you think that's going to cost to do that?
$20 billion is the estimate. I bet you it's $100 billion.
I mean, do we really need a post up there? I mean, that just seems like.
All right, I love space, so I say yes. But if I was just a regular taxpayer who didn't care about space, I'd be ticked off.
Well, I'm a regular taxpayer, and I don't think we don't need one. We haven't seen anybody to fight right now. Let's do it after I die. That could be next week. It could be, after I'm thrown in jail from my hearing from this week. It could be any time. But, I just think it's ridiculous.
Last but not least, President Trump appears to doze off during Memphis Crime Roundtable. On March 23rd, President Trump appeared to doze off during a live roundtable event in Memphis, Tennessee, struggling to keep his eyes open while discussing his deployment of the National Guard. Trump has frequently been spotted dozing off during public appearances, even admitting he has grabbed some shut-eye during cabinet meetings, prompting widespread health concerns. While discussing gunshot victim rates, the president struggled to maintain focus, prompting users to compare the incident to past criticisms of former President Joe Biden, noting that Trump called Biden Sleepy Joe.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But I mean,
now he's 79. I have to tell you, if I sit in a sermon and I'm not giving the sermon, I'm sitting in a pew, I have trouble staying awake, and I'm 70.
But in I hate to do this, but in his defense, Joe Biden didn't do much, and he fell asleep. Trump does a whole lot. Whether we agree with him or not, he is doing things all the time. So I'm sure
he sleeps about 4 hours a night.
Yeah, I was going to say he doesn't sleep a whole lot.
And he works. He either plays golf or he works. That's it. That's all he does.
So I mean, when you think about it from those terms, yeah, take a nap. It's okay. I support that. I'd rather you take a nap than you keel over in the middle of something, or sign the wrong document by accident.
Or have the autograph, or have to have the automated signing pen.
Yeah, right.
Sign them for you.
We could have AI do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can have AI write everything.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know.
I turn it back over to you, Michael.
All right. Well, we'll stay in the I would say that I have a little Elon page, just like I have a Trump page. The Trump page is for politics. Elon is anything that happens to do with AI or electric or self-driving cars or whatever, even if it's not his. So here's the deal. Waymo reports that its fleet of self-driving cars passed 170 million miles driven as of 2025. That's and vehicles were involved in 92% of fewer accidents than human drivers. 92% difference. Tell your mother-in-law that. I think she'd like to hear that. But it's really, Waymo crosses 170 million autonomous miles with zero serious crashes. That's impressive.
That's impressive. Very impressive.
No matter where you stand on self-driving cars or whatever, and I've said it before, people have two eyes. Cars do not. Cars have several eyes. My car has 7 or 8 eyes, and my car reacts and can't be distracted from that because my car's, those eyes are specifically for those specific tasks. So whether it be for the front, the side, the rear, whatever it is, that's all it does. And when you see someone coming at you through, you may not see it right away, but they do. It sees it the whole time that you have the car on. So, and even when it's turned off, there is a security mode on some of these. So, people are, I constantly hear, I don't trust it. I don't believe it. I don't think it's safe. It's safe. It's safer than you are. It's safer than we are. If everybody was driving an autonomous car, you would have 0 crashes because they have to. The car has to work when it's autonomous, has to go by certain rules that humans don't have to go by. And humans may look at their phone. Guess what? The car doesn't care if it has a phone or not. It doesn't look at its text messages, and if it does, it has another eye to do that. So things like that, they are truly safer than human beings. And the accidents that happen generally are not because of the self-driving. The problems are because of a human interaction with that car. So I am very excited that came out, because it proves, and the truth of the matter is that I like full self-driving, but the real reason I wanted it was because I'm getting older. There's a period of time, I remember riding with my grandfather, and he scared the living daylights out of me. He drove, he wasn't trying to drive that way, but he couldn't stay on the road and all that, and that was the last time I rode with him. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore, because I would rather be alive than have, him run into somebody. But the car's not going to do that. The car's going to live by a rule that says I can only do this when this is, it's just like your computer, just like your watch, like your iPhone. There's certain rules that it has to have. The bottom line is, if people want to be safe, then the more people that do full self-driving, the safer we're going to be. So if the full self-driving didn't see the issue coming down the pike, the human's not going to see it either. So I fully support full self-driving, and I've used it pretty much, especially since I had this new car. I use it all the way to New Jersey and back, and that's really, the bulk of my driving is going back and forth to band practice and going back and forth to the business. And so if I'm safe going back and forth, I'm good. I'm happy. And the other thing is, the car does not get road rage. And if I have to go down the Short Kill Expressway in Philadelphia, I get road rage. However, if the car's driving, I don't. So it solves that issue too. There are times when I take control of the car because I'll go faster than the car would be going, or it won't. The car will be a little bit, the car is definitely overly cautious at times, and I'm not overly cautious at times because I have a good idea of what humans are going to do. So for the most part, that's the way it is. I'm good with it being that way. I'm good with the car driving. I'm good with it taking care of my business, and I don't mind living like the Jetsons. Take me to where I got to go. So, okay, here's another one I think is really cool. Researchers have developed a new method to measure the ability of certain stem cells to regrow cartilage. That may help to advance regenerative therapies, conditions like osteoarthritis. There is a big deal with that, because if your cartilage isn't going to be able to, like, I know that would be one way I wouldn't have to get my knees operated on, because the biggest thing is if your knees if there's no cartilage there, you got to get them replaced. But with this therapy, that would repair it so that your cartilage would, to do stem cells. I had stem cells put in both of my knees, and the one knee really did well. The other knee, it did okay, but it didn't really do what I wanted it to. And every day I have pain yet. And the only way to get rid of the pain is to get the operation that I was trying to avoid. And so that's a big deal where, the cartilage will make a difference. And if it regenerate it, if they are sure this is going to work, this is something I would do. I would love to do that. They didn't pay for my stem cell treatments, but that's because it's not a guarantee. So, That's the end of that stuff. So now I'll go back to the current events. Now, the spring equinox. Do you know when that is?
No. I thought I did, but I don't.
Well, it was last Friday.
The 22nd?
Yeah, 21. No, 20th. The 20th. The 21st was Saturday. The 20th. Precisely at 10:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're already past it. Welcome to the spring equinox. So,
welcome to the spring.
Yes.
We're getting a heat wave, Michael. We're getting a heat wave.
That's what I'm told. I haven't felt it, but it'd be nice to feel it. Former home improvement star given a 19-month jail sentence. This guy's, oh, now it's not there. You rotten thing. See, he even got the sentence removed. Huh. Let me try to look for that, because this is, if you were a home improvement fan, one of the sons has been in trouble a lot. And because he just kept breaking the rules. And it's funny, you think if I was a child star, I would have money and I would never get in trouble because everything would be right. Well, it's because they have money.
That's correct.
And they don't have... So here we go. Former home improvement star Zachary Ty Bryan was sentenced to 19 months in an Oregon prison on March 20th for violating probation of his 2023 domestic violence conviction. The 44-year-old who played Brad Taylor was already serving time for a separate California DUI conviction, and it has faced multiple arrests, reported by People.com. The sentence it stems from admitting to 3 probation violations. The previous conviction was in 2023. He pled guilty to felony assault in a 4th degree following a physical dispute with a woman. This marks the latest legal issue, which included a separate 16-month sentence for a February 2024 DUI arrest in California and pending charges in Oklahoma. His defense, Bryan's defense attorney, noted that the actor is remorseful, acknowledges an alcohol problem, and seeks to be a better father to his seven children. 7 children. I think he should get something checked there, too. Because, I mean, you think about it. Okay, so he's been, growing up in a situation where his family got him, let him work as a kid. So he should be good for life, because there's always reruns of that show. But he chose to be an abusive person. He chose to have all kinds of problems with alcohol and drugs and getting in. The other Taylor kids did not. I don't think the other 2 have any problems at all. But this kid just is I should say not kid because he's 44. But it says here that he's got it's just repeating what I said, but he's got a history of problems with abuse and with alcohol and all that stuff. So it's such a shame. If I had that kind of problem, well, of course I didn't drink, so I wouldn't have that kind of problem. But that's beside the point.
The thing is, though, is that he could go to college or whatever and do anything he wanted to do,
or nothing,
and not have to worry about a paycheck.
He could do nothing.
He could have done. Well, but that's what got him into trouble. He doesn't do anything.
Well, I mean, if that happened to me, well, okay, I can't say that because if it happened to me, I'd be working. I keep myself.
You keep yourself busy. I doubt he keeps himself busy. That's why he does what he does.
I guess. I mean,
How old is he?
He's 44. 44.
With 7 kids.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, I just can't even imagine. I mean, I guess my good luck was that I was not a good-looking kid, so I didn't have any girls. So I didn't have any girls to beat on or whatever. But or was it that I respected women?
I think it's because, Michael, you respect people.
I respect people. and I try not to be a burden, and I also don't want to go to jail. That's a big thing, not wanting to go to jail. So speaking of that, a legendary pop star DUI arrest. Guess who it is?
Meyer, is it Cyrus?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, Justin. I thought it was
the police officer who pulled Justin Timberlake over for blowing past a stop sign and erratic driving in the Hamptons in 2024 didn't recognize him at first. I don't know if I'd recognize him either, because, you know, it's when you're doing your job, you don't really think about things like that. You just kind of do your jobs. Yeah, Christine says 7 kids. That's why Zach drinks. Well, maybe if he didn't drink, he wouldn't have 7 kids too. I mean, it could be the other way. One, Timberlake failed basic sobriety test and refused to take a breathalyzer. He was put in handcuffs without incident and placed in the back of a squad car. So this is going to ruin the tour, he said to himself. What tour? The officer asked. The world tour, the singer said. See, if he had a self-driving car, he wouldn't have had that problem, because nobody would have even known. Timberlake was charged with driving while impaired and reportedly had to say bye to $300 to $500, a drop in the basket for the Grammy Award winner. He also needs to complete 25 hours of community service and lost his license for 90 days. See, the dumb person, he should have been smarter. I mean, again, there's no reason that someone like that, you know, there's people. You could have people driving you anywhere. You could have a self-driving car. You'd still get a drunk driving, by the way, if you got pulled over. But you would at least have less likely to have an issue. It says his friend, designer Esty Stanley, who was behind him in her car with her husband, drove Justin's rental back to the house where he was staying. He was released the next day and fought hard to keep the video from being made public. Stark reminder that no one is safe from a single bad decision. And during a live performance of his Forget Tomorrow tour, he gave an emotional statement to his fans, which apparently you can. It was about his arrest. But, you know, the thing is, I mean, I've never been a drinker, so I can't I can't relate to this at all. I've never really, I drank after Pam died for about, I didn't even make it through the case of alcohol. So I'm not a very good drunk, because I have no taste in it at all for anything of that stuff. It's crazy. I don't even see why people drink, because I just don't like the taste. So, and I definitely don't. It's
acquired, Michael. It's acquired.
Well, I'm glad I'm not acquiring it. So
you start in high school, or me, I started when I was 12.
Ooh, that's a young age. So, all right. There are 45 exoplanets most likely to host alien life. Did you hear about that?
Yes, it is.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say whether that will happen, whether that is, you know, indeed. But I mean, that's a lot.
What they're going to do is they're going to be watching these planets carefully.
Okay. Well,
instead of watching all of them, they did a survey and determined likely candidates. They came up with 45 likely candidates that could be hosting life. Now, life could be single-celled, small-celled animals.
Okay.
But it's still life.
How far away are they? Life. I mean, we're talking roughly 114,000 years to reach.
40 light years away. 114 years roughly to reach the current spacecraft speed.
Well, let's get that base set up on the moon. I mean, geez, we got to worry about these. I personally don't think that I don't know. I just think that that's if we do find another place, if they're capable of going that far, that quick, we're in trouble anyway. Our little space station isn't going to stop them. It's if they've got the technology to go that fast, that far, that fast, it doesn't matter. They're going to take over the planet then, unless they're friendly. But it's hard to say. But if we have a little space station that shoots spitballs at them, if they can travel that many light years, 40 light years away, if they can travel 40 light years in a spontaneous moment, our little moon planet defense system isn't going to stop them. They're just going to laugh at us, and they're going to take and they're going to think it's a threat. And at that point, we're dead. So it don't matter. So I think it's a waste of money. But that's just me. Yeah. It says here, aliens likely exist, but we still haven't found any evidence of them. That's because they're smart. If they've got the wherewithal to get here in a short period of time, they're also smart enough to realize that people are going to be shooting for them because we don't understand. And people that don't understand usually cause themselves more problems. And so that's personally. Okay, so now let's go to the, which one do I want to start with? I guess I'll start with, let's start with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby's in the news again. Boy, that guy's got a lot of money. That guy, he's got.
No, he doesn't. He's not broke.
No, he can't be. He can't be. He's going to pay $19 million after losing this sexual assault case. I hope it was good. I hope he enjoyed the sex because, I mean, for $19 million, I want to have a good time. Oh man. Do you have another article about him?
Because the judgment I had was $59 million.
Oh, no, wait, let me look. I've got two of them for him, but they were the same thing. And it does, but he's like 80, he's like 8 million years old. It doesn't matter. He's going to die before this.
He's been selling off properties to pay the. Can
you imagine? What kind of? I mean, what I want to say is I can't say for the right way, but what kind of woman, if that's what you're into, what kind of woman is worth $1 million? Let's just say, because to me, $1 million is way out of line, but
even because he's famous, he didn't think he'd ever have to pay the price.
And for him, anyone, the weird thing is, wow, that was, holy cow, 16-year-old girl at the Playboy mission in 75. So, geez, she's my age. Holy crap. I mean, she's a little older than me. But still, wow. I'm sorry, that's even grosser than I thought. But the thing is that night, it was a different. I'm not going to say that it's a different time back then, even though I just said it, because it's still wrong.
There is no time where it's appropriate to be with a 16-year-old girl.
Well, yeah, except if you're
a grown man.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been. So he probably would have been about 30 back then. Oh yeah, according to the complaint, met Cosby in her 30s.
Oh, this is the main person that accused him.
I mean, I just don't even. How would you like to be his wife? Saying, I can't believe you did another one. I can't believe you did. I thought you told me all of them. Oh man. It says here, last year he was sued for defaulting on a $17.5 million mortgage for his Manhattan townhouse. Jeez. He's a piece of, all the money.
He's been accused of transferring property to his wife to hide assets.
Jeez. I mean, I don't even know what to think about the whole thing. He used to be.
Why would his wife? Well, she must be in it for the money, because why would she stay with him?
Well, at this point, I mean, it may have been for love before, but now at this point, how could you love someone that did all this stuff? I mean, you got to think at this point, well, how am I going to live?
Is she dumb enough to believe he's innocent after all these accusations?
No, she can't. She can't possibly. She can't possibly think that. But I mean, he can't. What's she going to do at this point? She's been with him for a long time. What's she going to do? Is she going to leave him and have
Well,
nothing?
he still claims he's innocent.
Yeah, well, you can't be that.
And all these people are coming after him for his money.
You can't be innocent that many times. I mean, I'm sorry.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I'm sure that some people would have. Well, I mean, I'm not sure, but I would say it's possible that some people would have made up things just to get a piece of the pie, but not that many people. I mean, he's had a lot of people coming after him, and he's not the only one. So the other one is Kevin Spacey is in trouble again. So Kevin Spacey.
I thought he just got out of trouble.
He did, and he's back in it again. Here we go. Kevin Spacey is in for, like, I thought he just finished paying people off. Well, he's got 3 more. So he's got more coming after him. I used to like him. I thought he was a great guy. He seemed like, wow, he was kind of cool. He was like, everyone liked him. Well, there's a lot of people that don't like him, apparently. Kevin Spacey, who has faced sexual allegations for nearly a decade, has settled out of court with 3 accusers ahead of a London trial. So this must be some more. The 3 separate men had civil suits against Spacey, 66, in London's High Court, accusing him of sexual assault between 2000 and 2013. 2 of the involved claimants gave evidence during Spacey's 2023 trial in London, where the actor was acquitted of all charges. A trial for the UK civil suits was set for October, according to the court documents, but a March 13th filing shows it's been stayed or canceled after an undisclosed settlement was reached. Spacey has denied all wrongdoings and said that the incidents alleged in the lawsuits didn't happen or were consensual. Allegations were against Spacey's first surfaced in 2017 when actor Anthony Rapp said Spacey assaulted him at a party in 1986 when Rapp was 14 and Spacey was 27. A jury found Spacey was not liable in all counts of the civil case, and that was in 2022. And then it says more accusations followed from 15 other people, many of whom had worked on House of Cards, in which, man, he's a whore. You really don't need to spread yourself out that thin. Now it's going to cost you all kinds of money. It already did, probably, because even if he doesn't have to pay settlements, you could realize the
Well, he got kicked off the House of Cards,
right,
which means he lost millions.
But then you think about the lawyers that are having to defend him for all these cases.
That's more millions.
Yeah, he's got to be sitting very pretty right now. He was acquitted by a jury of 9 sexual assault charges lodged by 4 men in 2023. And now here we are in 2026, and we're going back to, oh, man, I would feel sorry for him if it weren't for all this stuff. If he was, falsely accused of it, yeah, but it can't. Where there's smoke, there's going to be fire. And even if it's not every one, if it even is one, then I mean, think about, if you think about it. Think about Weinstein. He's sitting in jail for his things, and he may not have even done it. He probably did, but he's on his deathbed. At least he says he is, and he just wants out because he feels that it may have been a Me Too thing with Weinstein too. We don't know that. Because we'll never know. But there was a movie that was made that the women were talked to about what they had to go through. And actually, it was a good movie. So I don't know. I don't want to. I believe that I believe that Weinstein has done these things. I don't know if he's done as many as, I think, again, it could be another Me Too thing, but I think if there's smoke, there's fire somewhere.
Well, we're following 4 people: Diddy, Crosby, Spacey, and Weinstein. If they did them, it's scum of the earth people.
Yeah. I wonder if Weinstein was going to trial today versus back in early 2000s, if he would have been served with the same sentence. Because back then, now I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm just saying if he was just flirtatious, or if it wasn't what some people said, he may not have gotten as stiff of a punishment. And his was just
he got charged at the wrong time.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. He may have done the things. He may have done some of the things, or he may have done all of the things that was accused. He got hit with the stiffest of all things. And he was a guy that was big in Hollywood, so he took a big fall. And he's in the worst place he could possibly be. And now his health is really bad, so he doesn't get the medical help that he needs and stuff like that. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, but I wouldn't want to be in his shoes anyway. But if you abuse your power, you deserve what you get. So, okay, here's something I found really interesting. So, there's a bunch of things I find interesting right now, but one of which, now we talked about the Warner Brothers thing a bunch of times, almost every week, including this week now. Here's an interesting thing that will blow your mind if you didn't know it. Warner Music Group inks its first deal with Netflix for documentaries. So even though they're not getting Warner Brothers Studios, they're going to get a chance to do a documentary for Warner Music Group. That's pretty interesting.
Because the sale isn't final yet.
Well, no, it's not that. If they get the deal to make a documentary about Warner Music Group.
No, I mean the deal isn't finalized.
Oh, it's not. It's not. In fact, I have something on that too. But I just found it really interesting that happened. Of all places, it could have been any label that wanted to have documentary done.
Netflix,
but
Netflix wins anyhow.
Yeah, well, I mean, Netflix wins a piece that they don't have to pay for. That's kind of funny. So I found that interesting. Then there's the Live Nation deal. So Live Nation, we talked about them and their antitrust stuff. So Senator keeps pushing for Live Nation and Ticketmaster to break up states as the state trial resumes. So they merged with Ticketmaster. It ended. You don't have a choice anymore. Now they're the only game in town, so they can set the prices of whatever they want to set it to. And so that's what the deal is that Live Nation and Ticketmaster are both owned together. So, yeah, it's such a shame that they're that greedy. That I mean, if I had the chance to be that greedy, I would probably be that greedy too. But still, it's not me. So I have a right to say something, and I got the right because I'm not that person. So then I got. Oh, here we go. So David Ellison. Oh wait a minute. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Dave Ellison is happy because he made a deal and got some big tax credits in Hollywood. Now, I told you last week, Hollywood isn't the place to be to make movies anymore because it's become so expensive to make movies. Now, Disney, Warner Brothers, and Discovery both nab $125 million in California tax credits to bring their products to there. So there's, such a big deal. So it says production entity owned by Disney nabbed $9 million companies under Warner Brothers Discovery umbrella, $127.9 million. The California missions say 11 shows in the state. There are roughly 650 crew members, and estimated $695 million, excluding the above lines, if they make it in California. Disney's 20th Century Studios was awarded nearly $94 million in tax credits for 4 untitled shows, including one will relocate from another state for $48 million. And it covers Family Guy spinoff called Stewie, which got 2 seasons in order and takes advantage of California's recent changes of the tax program, expand the eligible categories of economy. Isn't just part of who we are. It helps the power it helps power this state forward, according to Governor Gavin Newsom. From the folks on the soundstage to the people designing the sets, these jobs that anchor communities, I'm pleased to expand this award to animated and competition shows, helping advance the strongest entertainment economy. I mean, that's probably one of the reasons why America's Got Talent did their shows there the past couple of years, is that they probably got these huge credits. It says other than 20th Century titles, Giant from Warner Brothers Cooler Water Productions was selected to receive the most credits, $38 million. I mean that's just unbelievable. The Pit's getting getting $24.2 million. That's crazy. But I mean they're doing okay. I mean they're getting the people back there and they're I mean I started watching Rooster on HBO. That gets $21 million. Whew, that's crazy. So anyway, it says we're thrilled to produce the Pit right here in California. The thing is, the Pit should be done in Pittsburgh, doggone it. So I don't know. It's just a crazy thing. 870. It says in total, 16 shows will generate nearly $871 million in qualified state spending, including $489 million in wages to thousands of workers, according to the Film Commission. Whew. So, if you ever wondered where our tax dollars go,
right? Well, California tax dollars.
Yeah, well, I mean, our tax dollars don't go there, but just really. I mean, it keeps jobs in Hollywood, and that's what we're trying to, I guess what they're trying to do is keep jobs in Hollywood. So, do you remember Jenny's number?
No.
You don't remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't lose that number.
Yeah, that one. What's that? Stop interrupting Doug. No, I'm not stop interrupting Doug. Doug likes when I interrupt him.
I don't mind. I interrupt you, Michael.
That's right. Anyway, so.
But I guess your girlfriend doesn't care if I interrupt you.
That's right. It doesn't matter if I get it. She interrupts me, like during the show. Okay, so do you know the iconic phone number?
No.
8675309.
Oh yeah, 309.
Okay, sure. So that number from 1981 hit song. Do you know where it goes now?
No.
If you call that number, you're going to connect with the real life cancer support hotline now. Somehow it just doesn't quite have the same pizzazz.
No.
But it does. It goes to the Jenny's number goes to the cancer helpline. I always wondered where that was. I wouldn't have wanted that phone number. I'm sure nobody. So now, if you need help with cancer, you just remember Jenny's number and you're okay. So it says here the number was made famous by Tommy Two-Tone. Is not number one.
675 309.
Yeah, Jenny. I used to do that song. And it says here, I have some family members who are struggling with cancer. Tommy Two-Tone singers, Tommy Heath, 78, says that, oh, come on, stop the ads. We don't need ads. And he says, when it says here, adding that he is also dealing with minor skin cancer. And he says the disease creeps up when you least expect it. So I guess he must have had that number and he gave it to the cancer place. So teaming up with Cancer Support Community, CSC, and Gilda's Club started in the late, because of Gilda Radner. Oh, yeah, she died really young, too. Anyone who dials the number made famous by the enduring 1981 smash 867-5309, Jenny will be able to chat with professionals. So that's kind of a neat thing. And that's a number nobody's got ever, well, except for you, ever forget it is. I was laughing when I read that, but not laughing. I mean, just found it amusing. So that was a neat thing. All right, then we got... A woman raises nearly $1 million for a 78-year-old DoorDash driver who had been retired until circumstances changed for him and his wife. So they've set my wife and I up so we can live a more comfortable life. Continue driving delivery. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he doesn't quit. He keeps driving.
Yeah. Brittany Smith saw a delivery driver walk up to her porch in eastern Tennessee. She was speechless. I opened up the Ring camera and I see this little old man walking up my steps with a Starbucks bag, and my heart just sank. My husband is a quadriplegic and chose DoorDash, leave it at the door option, and so he never interacted with a man. I called my husband, and he was like, I don't know what kind of tip you left for this man, but it better be a good one. And he's like, why? And I downloaded the video and sent it to him, and he's like, oh, this is awful. And so she posted on her camera footage on Facebook and asked for help identifying this precious man. The man racked up millions of views and quickly learned the identity of the driver, 78-year-old Richard Pulley, who had been retired until circumstances changed for him and his wife of 56 years. My wife was working for an insurance company, and they ended up letting her go. And although they received Social Security, it wasn't enough to cover the bills and his wife's costly medication. When she left, she was really put a pills. I had gotten lazy, when we get 65 and retire, I wasn't doing a lot, but all of a sudden I had to get to work. And Pulley started driving for DoorDash full-time, completing nearly 6,000 deliveries to date, often with his wife accompanying him on the road. And they're the most genuine people I've ever met. And adding that she visited Pulley at home to give him an additional $200 cash tip, but felt that her work wasn't done. He genuinely loves and cares for her, and genuinely loves and cares, and she loves and cares for him. Smith said she posted the video. She kept hearing from people who also wanted to help Pulley and his wife. All these people were messaging me like, we've got to help Richard set up a GoFundMe. So I did. I started it and posted it and was like, it'll be what it'll be. And So all through the GoFundMe, $957,000 from 32,000 donors. That's incredible. After learning about Pulley's story, the team at DoorDash called to thank him for his dedication to the job and added $20,000 to the till. DoorDash also gave Smith a smaller gift for him to bring the attention to Pulley and his wife. I taught myself how to be a good worker again, and with the past couple of shifts, worked out hard because people stop and take pictures with me and all sorts of things. I'll get back to work in the next few days. You read that right. He continues to do delivery driving. Pulley says that while he did start doing it for financial reasons, working for DoorDash has been another benefit, exercise. They set my wife up so we can live more comfortable, but after a week or two of this and it cools down, we'll get back to work because I like to feel useful. So that's kind of cool, and it has a happy ending.
It is cool.
So
you don't see too many happy endings in this world anymore.
Exactly, and that's kind of cool that that it turned out that way. So that was a good one. 4-month-old baby hears her mom's voice clearly for the first time after receiving her first pair of hearing aids. Kind of cool. Little baby. I wish there was some way that, all the medical breakthroughs that we've had, such a shame that they've never been able to fix that kind of thing, like hearing.
Yeah.
But hey, who arrived for heart surgery and finds homes for the Fod siblings. Okay, let's go here. That was smart. The daughter adopts 4-year-old patient who had no family, and when he arrived for surgery and found homes for the siblings. That's kind of cool. The 4-year-old boy that was headed for heart surgery all alone, a sad circumstance that would soon unleash a butterfly effect of kindness. As his anesthesiologist became his mother, helping to deliver the stable home life he never had. The duo met in 2022 and the boy was named True. Heart disease requiring surgery, and he spent his earliest years in foster care. On the day of his operation at Children's Nebraska Hospital, his social worker had COVID. So True was admitted to the surgery by himself. So that's when Dr. Amy Beath walked in, sitting there all alone. And it took me back to that 4-year-old was going through heart surgery and nobody was there. True's procedure took about 7 hours, and Amy spent most of the time thinking about the sweet little kid who was going through it all by himself. Dr. Amy actually contacted True's caseworker and learned a little more about the boy. He had 6 siblings. With a grandparent due to domestic situation. None of them were thriving, and it was hard to find a permanent home for True, considering his medical needs. Before long, the social worker asked Amy a question that would change everyone's lives. Are you an option? The answer was already waiting in Amy's heart. She was currently a mom of 6, with 3 biological children, and 3 were adopted. But she knew her family and her heart had one more. I knew a man have 6 kids, especially a 7th kid with needs like this. That takes a very special person. So now I guess she has another one. Very cool though. I wouldn't have even thought about that because I'm selfish, but thing is, I have the biggest fear of going back to where I started, of not having anything. And, yeah. That's weird. There's something going on here that I'm not sure why. I'm going to try to change some settings here. Christine says I'm breaking up, so I'm not sure why it's happening. I'm going to try raising the volume a little bit and dropping the volume down here. Hold on here. Check 1 2 1 2. Got to bring that down a little more. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. I don't know if that's going to be any different or not. All right. Okay. Oh man, time flies when you're having fun. All right. Delete that. All right. All right. We already talked about that. Just didn't delete it. Then we got the world's happiest country. No what? No, it's not fixed. What is going on? I don't know what no means. You need to tell me what no means. If that isn't fixing it, I'm not sure what is going to fix it. May not be something with the computer. Static in the back. Crap. Okay, let me try something else. Hold on. Check, 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 1 2, check, 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 1 2, check, check, 1 2, check, 1 2. I see that it's locked up on the other computer, so I'm not really sure if that's the issue or not. Okay, static is back. Okay. Anyway, the world's happiest country. Do you know where it is? What's that?
Germany.
How'd you know that?
Like I heard it on the radio.
Ah. Now she can't.
One of the news shows that I listen to.
Okay. I don't.
I'm right?
Yeah, you are
I'm
right.
right.
Yeah, you are right. And actually, it's interesting to me because I would say that makes sense.
Well, they're taking care of cradle to grave.
Okay.
They're all white. They're all white. They're all the same ethnicity.
Okay.
They don't have too many problems.
Well, that in itself is a big thing. I mean, if they're going through it and take care of their people, I mean, that's really what it's all about. So, I mean, the ethnicity thing, well, that's kind of weird, but it could, I could see.
Well, I guess it means you don't have to learn Spanish.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Like we should in the States learn Spanish. I think so.
Well.
But.
I'm too old to learn things like that.
Me too, but I'm just saying, European countries, they know 2 languages, at least.
Yeah.
We know 1.
I wonder, let me check I don't want to check and see. Let me do another change here. Hold on a sec. One, two, check, check. 1 2 1 2, check. 1 2 1 2, check. Now let's move this up a little bit. Now is that any better? I need to know, because that's the only thing I can do at this point that might make a difference. And if not, I gotta sit here and figure out why it's doing this. But I might just have to reboot. That's what it could be. Maybe if I rebooted the mixer, it would stop doing that. Because I don't know what else I could do other than that would change the volumes and stuff. Anyway, let's see if we got an answer from her now. So, all right. So, yeah, Finland is the happiest place on Earth, not Hershey.
Not Hershey.
Still the static comma is in the background and no longer clear and concise. Sorry. Okay. Well, then I'm going to do this story and we'll call it quits. Okay. Here's one that's near and dear to your heart. A suspected meteor falls over Cleveland, causing a sonic boom across the Northeast. What do you think?
Well, I was told that Sasquatch or Bigfoot moves every time there's a meteor that explodes. He moves west. So.
Ah, okay. Well, that would explain.
I read it in a book about Bigfoot.
Ah, okay. Well, that would explain it, I think.
That would explain everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it. I mean, really. I mean, if they can't hear me right, I need to listen to the playback and figure out what's going on. But yeah, that just sucks. So here we think we're doing good and nobody's hearing us. Anyway, there are people listening.
Well, it was a good show, Michael. Even if they can't hear it, it was a good show.
That's right. They have to take our word for it. So, all right. I guess we're going to call it then. Let me see here. Where's the other thing that I need to play out with? Where's it at? There it is. All right. There it is. Yay. All right. Well, thank you for listening in, and we're going to talk to you next week.